What's up? What's up? This your boy Scott Lewis, Apartment Gamer and more. What's up, Brooklyn Nets edition? I just want to talk about right quick before I put the link up. One thing. Thank you, Cam Johnson, for your time with Brooklyn Nets. I thought you was a great player. From what I'm hearing, that the players in the locker room enjoyed your spirit. So good luck where you at, you and your family. You're going someplace where you got an opportunity. And welcome, Michael Porter Jr. You also have an opportunity to shine the way you need to. So, welcome to the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, I'm gonna put the link up there. Yeah, so I mean, I thought the trade went good for the Nets. I thought it went good for Denver too. It was a good trade across the board. You get the 32 pick. By then, Denver would be probably somewhat. Jokic would be 37 years old, I think, at in 2032. So, I mean, the team will make it. Probably have made its run already. So that's the key for that trade as far as the Nets. It gives them some more asset to use. Probably for Giannis, who knows? Who knows what that extra pick can come in handy for? Because it's definitely going to come in handy for something. Yeah, what's up, Leaf?
Yo, my bad. Yeah, I had
Yeah.
to run, but yeah, but that was a wild ass last stream. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was talking a whole bunch of bullshit, bro. Nah, but this trade, I guess, I said it before. I say it again. Uh, this was alright. I think these little teeny tiny deals
They make a
that
big difference.
yeah, they making the difference. And I as long as Sean Marks is not going for no, he ain't going for no Barry Bonds shit. You know what I'm saying? Like in the trade market, he going for like the little base hit. All right, yo, get on first base, boom, you good. Like load up the bases one by one, that type of shit. Those are the type of trades that we making. I saw that tonight. Where we facilitated the Porzingis deal. Now seeing it these past 24 hours, bro, with this deal, the MPJ deal, you basically cleared up some money. You got another unprotected first, and you got 2 years expiring you got a 2 year expiring contract, which is okay with me, man. Shit, anything is a up and up, man. We just had goddamn Ben Simmons for 40 mil just this past year, so I mean,
Yeah. I think that's that they got the cap space, so they got to spend the money. Everybody is trying to, everybody knew they were coming to Brooklyn for the dump players off that they couldn't fit. You know,
that's basically what it is, man. That's
yeah, it
basically what
worked
it is,
out. What's
man.
up, Easy E? What's up,
What's up?
Big Priest?
What's up, Scott?
Not much.
What up? What up? What up?
Yeah, I was
I
just talking to Leaf
appreciate
about.
your love that you showed to Cam.
uh, I
Said
ain't gonna lie.
appreciate the love the show, Cam.
Yeah, because Cam Johnson was one of my favorite players. I don't know about anybody else, but
Cam Johnson, I thought Cam
he
Johnson
was
played
good for
very
the
well
he
here,
was
bro.
good for the
Like
locker room too.
He
I
was
thought
The
damn near
Cam
finishing
Johnson
players
forty
played
ninety.
well
said,
in his first year, bro. Like when he got here, bro. I'm like,
I'm
Did
like,
you check
It
his
was
stats?
just
He was
injured.
damn near 50, 40, 90 on our team, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good number, man.
he was
That's a good
shooting
number.
well the entire time he was here.
Yeah. And from when you hear what the other players said, they said that he was the voice they needed to hear in plenty times, man. He's a
Absolutely.
positive
And some
person.
fans is ungrateful. That's
Yeah,
all.
they don't know. They just don't know. It takes more than just scoring to win a title, man.
I can't.
Look,
I can't blame the fans, man. Hopefully they get better, but I can't blame them, man. There was a point in time when I started thinking
I
like that. Like,
understand
yo,
that
you
you.
got, yo, man, you
I
got to do it
mean,
for a team.
this
Yo, you're
this
not on our
this
team.
this
Do
this
that
the
again.
thing about being a fanatic and being a supporter. I think it's two different things, bro, to me. But because a fanatic, bro, like you gonna go off the rails if like you bound your emotions gonna take over when shit go left. 9 times out of ten. Like support, bro. You be like, all right, man. I seen this episode of Friends before. Well, listen, we gonna
But
find
are
a
you
way up out of
truly a
it.
fan if shit go left and you lose your mind? Are you truly a fan? Cause a fan
You
rides
you you
out no
beyond a
matter what.
fan, bro. At that point, you very passionate. Absolutely, you
Yeah.
truly are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could
But a
I could say
fan's
that.
supposed to ride out. So like if you have your ups and downs, we ride with you through your ups and downs. Like Magic came into the league, won a chip. But
Right.
then a few years later, he throw the ball out of bounds. Now we got Tragic Johnson. You leaving after that, or you sticking with my boy?
N-
Nah, you
Right.
sticking with
No,
him.
no, no. You staying
Sticking
with
with
that,
him.
but my thing is that you gonna have like the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. I don't mean like you gonna just dip out once they do some crazy shit or whatever. But I mean like in terms of like your team, like you want to see the best of the best of the best all the time. You know what I'm saying? And you believe in that. You know what I'm saying? So when shit go completely left, especially with the front office, bro, like yo, you gonna like we seen it and dudes like they let their emotions take over. They rage. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we can't say that we can't say that we haven't seen it in our circle. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Right. Right.
No, they
Yeah.
would. I mean, a lot of fans just so much wanting him to be traded that, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, it makes it hard to want to play for a team. If for
Right.
me personally, you don't want me here, fuck y'all, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So when he critiques you because you're trying to get rid of him, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yo, I just hope, well, Brooklyn is part of New York, and you know how New York fans are. And sometimes they can be some fucked up individuals, and I tell them in their face, y'all can be some fucked
I
up
like to
people
disassociate myself, bro, with a lot of the shit, with a lot of the typical behavior when it comes to like
because
for fan bases, bro.
because
Like,
clearly, what you call 'em, Sean Marks and Joe Tsai. Not to say that they haven't been, they have their little moments, but Cam Johnson particularly was good with them and communicating that he wanted to be there and that he was with the program. Clearly, they were good with him.
You see, I
I'm quite
disagree to
sure
a
they
certain
didn't want to
extent,
get rid of
Scott.
him. They didn't really
I,
want to
I,
get rid of him
I disagree to a certain extent, Scott. I don't think he wanted to be there. I think he accepted for what the organization was doing, and he rolled
okay.
out with them, and they respected that to the
I
highest
can
degree.
I can take that
He
easy,
he
but
he,
that's
he
being
showed
a
how
professional. That's
exact. I
being a
was just about to
professional.
use that word. He showed how
Pro-
to be a professional
right,
athlete. Take
right.
the ups with the downs. I
I
was
can take
just in the
that.
But I do
finals.
kind of think
Now I'm
he
on a
did
tanking
want to be
team,
here.
but I'm gonna do what I gotta do wherever I'm at and follow what role I need to play. And this team right now needs a leader and guidance because these guys are young. So I'm gonna do the best I can. They held that
Yeah,
in high
I
regard,
can I
bro.
can deal I
They
can deal
held
with
that in high
that.
regard. You
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
You gotta respect that.
yeah. You do because they
I
didn't
do
push.
kind of think that he did want to be here, though.
Yeah,
My
he might.
personal
I think he
opinion.
did, but even if
I mean,
he
when you get
even if
used to
he
it, you probably
didn't,
want to be here. But then,
say
like,
say say he didn't. Say he didn't. He realized that this team needed a veteran voice in that locker room.
From what we paid him, he could have got that on the open market. I don't know. People might not think so because I mean, it was like 20 something a year,
Right.
low
That's
20s.
not that much in the
He could have
if
NBA.
got
he
that
was
on
on
the
the
open
open market when he was on the Suns, there's a chance he could have fetched for a higher dollar. I mean, not on the Suns, but if he had the stats from the Suns, like because when he was coming off that finals, he was a premium. He was on high regard. He was on high regard. Now this tenure with Brooklyn, he still did good, but teams might not hold him in the same light as they did when he went to the finals.
It's
But he's
kind of
still good
natural
though.
because a lot of people wanted him.
Yeah, they did.
I do. I still do. You know what I mean? I
But the
just feel
price
like
though,
they
the
just
price though.
traded for. I just feel like they traded for a younger version of him. Like that's all they
Basically,
did.
I think they traded for a better version of him, bro.
a
Like
better scorer. You
I
think
don't
he a
think
better
Cam I don't think
defense?
Cam Johnson. Listen, outside of shooting, bro, I don't think there's nothing else Cam Johnson has over MPJ right now. Not
Okay.
passing, not athleticism, not rebounding, not defense,
But
not finishing,
MPJ is
none of
not
that.
No
athletic
defense,
anymore.
bro. Come on, bro.
Huh?
Defense?
I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
Lee.
I don't know about defense.
They
MPJ is not
I'll
athletic
say this though,
anymore.
Leaf. I'll say this: the ceiling
I
for
We
don't know
haven't
about
MPJ
seen
that.
him
is
be
much higher
athletic
for
in
Cam
years.
Johnson. The ceiling is much higher. Higher. I'll say that the ceiling is way much higher. But then, like, so compare the two real quick. Who been? He hasn't been available more than Cam Johnson, so I can't depend on a ceiling that you're not going to be
He
available to
hasn't.
hit.
No,
No,
I
bro,
think
because he
they.
had them surgeries. How you gonna be more available with surgeries, bro? He had the same surgery as Ben Simmons.
Hold on, hold on, hold
Oh,
on,
the
hold
back
on.
surgery.
That was
facts.
early in his career, but I mean, let's
Oh,
be
that was
fair.
coming out of college.
Coming out of
Let's
college,
be
right?
Nah,
fair.
it was
The
NBA
last 3 years he played minimum 62 games and was averaging 29 minutes or higher, bro. Like, and was averaging respectable 17 5 and 5, 17 7 and 6, 18 7 and 5, bro. Like with Joker, bro. Like, I mean,
Bring on Cam Johnson last 3 years, because that's what we're doing right now.
Cam
It's the
Johnson's last
same
3 years.
moment, similar.
Let me see.
I don't know about that, bro. Like, but I'll
Let me
check.
see.
I mean,
I'll bring it up.
Cam Johnson last 3 years was and he only played 57 games last season, bro. MPJ played
But part of
77.
that was because of the whole tanking thing.
Remember
You,
what we was doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That's
all right.
true.
Okay,
That is
the year
true.
before he played 58 games. We ain't even have the picks then. The year before that, he played 25 games with us and played another 17 with Phoenix to total out that year. The year before that, he played 42. He never played over 66 games ever in his career in a season, bro. So I mean, listen. I respectfully, I get what y'all saying in terms of Cam
Stats.
Johnson and being a better. Nah, the stats ain't even the same. He averaged his highest with 19 this year on with 4 rebounds and just under 3.5 assists. MPJ, bro, like I just told you the numbers for him. And then the year before that, when we wasn't tanking, he was only averaging
Yeah, these last
13.
2 years. Yeah, the
These
last
last
2 years.
2 years, bro,
Yeah,
like
he
he
been
shot
80.
great, bro, like, but he wasn't great all around as a talent as a player.
Right, right, right.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. So I'm MPJ, like for the last 3 years, for what it's worth, bro. Like he's been a better player.
Well, he get paid more.
He does, and he's kind of lived up to it in terms of the numbers, bro. Like I'm looking at 19. I'm looking at what almost 19 7 and 5, bro.
I
Like.
think I
I'll
think
say
Denver
this.
I think Denver just wanted a change. What y'all
No,
think?
Denver wanted to free up money so they
Yeah,
could
they
get
Oh,
they
Bruce
had to free up
Brown
cap
okay,
back.
space because
okay.
MPJ was taking up too much. But at the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time, too, they found something that could replace MPJ. Now, I think you do take a
For
hit on the
cheap.
size and the rebounding because MPJ did get in there and rebounded for you.
Yes, he
Yeah,
But
did.
I think you get that with more. I think you get more efficient shots and more playmaking with Cam Johnson.
right,
He's not as erratic as MPJ. Now, given those erratic moments sometimes help Denver, but I think you give
Yes.
a different flow to the team, especially
right,
with Bruce Brown coming back to that team. You're gonna get a different flow to that team.
right,
and we
right,
got to
right.
think too, because MPJ is getting a lot of open looks playing with Joker.
Yeah, yeah. Great
Cam,
passer.
I
Cam,
mean, it was times where he
hold
shot
on,
that bitch in people's faces, bro. Like, I mean,
but Cam with us was getting all of his stuff with us off the muscle.
Well, he
not all
developed
of
that
it. I
off the
mean,
dribble.
Who was creating for him? If you say not all of it, who was the
I
creator?
mean, Struder early in the
Shooter at the
year,
beginning.
at the
Yeah,
beginning of the year, bro, and who you said was the best player on our team, and then in second half of the season we had D'Lo. We like almost every other player that played point guard for us this year. They had some damn good games. We had 12 assists out of Shake
That's not
Milton
what.
one game.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
I know what you're
Talking
saying,
about who
Kreese.
was creating for him.
Right, right. He
He when
learned.
he was getting most of his buckets, he would catch the ball on the wing
He
and
would
He would
off the
come off a
dribble.
go into
curl
a
and catch and
triple
shoot.
threat.
Right.
Our
That
offense was
wasn't
kind
all
of
he
like
did.
struggle. Like a lot of people struggle creating consistently off the bounce, so we had to get our shit off like DHOs and shit like that.
Well, you
Yeah,
got to remember
he
Cam
but he got a
Johnson.
lot of dribble handoff shots, bro. Like and a lot
Yeah,
of cut and curl pin down shots, bro. Like like we ran stuff for him.
yeah, but Cam Johnson started doing off the dribble stuff, which is something he wasn't doing
Yeah,
Yeah.
with
True.
us.
he was doing that. You gotta give that up. He
Yeah,
was
and
doing that.
that's an improvement
There's
for
a point in
him.
time in the season, in the beginning of the season, when we were doing good, he was averaging like what 21 points or 22,
Right,
something like
20
that.
something like
So,
Yeah, on
that. Yeah.
50, 40,
so
90 splits.
He
right.
sure was. He was one of the most efficient
He
shooters in the
improved.
league outside of Steph.
Yeah, he improved. He
That was
improved.
when we thought his
I don't
stock was
think
the
his
highest, and
shooting
we were
was
like, "Yo,
ever the
trade him now, trade
problem.
him now, trade him now. We need to get rid of him right now. He good right now. Trade him." I remember that time.
Right,
I
right,
do remember that
right.
time
I
too. You're
remember,
absolutely
And that's
right.
when
and
he
I
made
kept
the
saying
statement
why.
about the fans not being real fans when you rooting for your team to lose.
Right.
He did make, yeah, he did
Yeah.
say that. But I mean,
And that's
but
what
this,
got Dylan and John and them in their feelings.
Right. Well,
but
it
but to
didn't make
stick,
sense.
I
to the
can't blame
point.
them though, Priest. But like, if you look at the problem now, I know it's a draft, it's the lottery, it's the ping pong balls. But if we was to slide and get, if I know it's bad, but if we did worse and slid and got that fifth spot, this Ace Bailey shit would have been on the table.
You
Danny
can't
Ainge will
predict that
sit in the
though.
corner.
But you
I know,
can't
I
You
really
know, I
say
definitely
know,
that.
I know, but we got hindsight with it. We got hindsight
No,
with it.
it's
We
it's
had
a
I
fool's
mean,
hindsight.
it's a
but
fool's
I think
goal.
the hindsight is all we really do have. But at the same time, I think the NBA had their mind up about who was gonna pick where anyway, bro. Like I strongly believe that,
But we
and
Yeah.
it's
could have
one.
still slid to
And
that fifth
even
spot and look at all the drama that unfolded, bro. Look at all that bullshit. We would have still got that guy we've
we
been
weren't, but
talking
see, the
about for
thing
I
is,
don't know.
forever.
We don't
KD,
know that for sure.
we weren't going to lose more games in Washington, and we weren't going to lose more
No.
games in Utah.
Yeah, that's
That
right.
just
Or
wasn't going to
Charlotte.
happen. So it was just, and this is even with Charlotte beating us. So we weren't going to lose more games than them two teams. Them two teams is habitually the worst teams in the league. So all we're doing is actually we're speaking in hindsight, but it ain't too much that we could have actually did. So we still would have been like sixth.
Right.
If we was bottom three, we still would have been like six, and we still wouldn't have got eighth.
Well, we would have got Jeremy Fish. So, I mean.
Yeah, you got Jeremiah Fields, but we wouldn't have got Ace though.
We wouldn't have got Ace that definitely at all. But what I will say, to get back to the Cam Johnson part, I don't think shooting was ever the problem with him, bro. I think since from the time that finals was over, bro, like he was proving that he was a pretty good shooter, bro. Like he came into that next season with the Suns when they started the season, I think 9-0. And he was lighting the world on fire up until the injury, bro. Like he got
That's
hurt.
a fact.
He was like he got hurt and he was looking at a big contract. It took him a while to come back. He came back. By that time, they was ready to make the KD trade. They made that trade. He came over here,
Nah, it ain't
shot
taking a while to
well.
come back. The doctors told them when to come back, nigga. That was the organization working. They know they had to
That
give
was
him a big contract.
exactly.
Right, right.
Okay, I'm well. I'm gonna just use allegedly, bro, because I don't know the ins and outs of that
Come
organization.
on, man. We know the NBA though, bro. We know the
I mean,
NBA though.
but I can't insinuate, bro,
And we
just off the
know
strength of that.
They
we
don't want
know
to play
that
back
teams
niggas,
do
bro. They
that
want to
all the
keep that money
time.
for themselves, bro.
New
Come on,
Orleans
bro. We
did it
know how
with
this shit go,
Zion,
bro.
and when Zion was doing 360 dunks, saying I can play. Uh, Utah was doing it with Larry Markkinen and Walker Kessler.
They did it
Uh,
with Cam Thomas this year, bro.
Yeah, they did.
I mean,
so
can't. Yeah, I mean, we could say that, bro. Like, but I'm gonna just use the words allegedly because we
Tyrese
don't
had
have
a
the full
calf
report.
sprain, a calf injury in the finals. He still came
we
back,
know
my nigga.
Philly did it.
Cam
Philly did
Thomas
it.
sat out for like 2 months. They couldn't even bring him back, my nigga.
Philly did it, but I mean, McCain was legitimately out. Joel was legitimately out.
No, they got
He,
fined for not playing Joel when he was cleared.
yeah, they did get fined, but most of the time he was out. He was like, I mean, he was legitimately out. But the times that they did get fined for not playing him, they did get fined, but they still ended up with a top three pick. Well, I'm saying all of this to say Cam Johnson, the shooting was never the problem with him. When he came here, he shot very, very well.
Right.
I mean, even
He
it
made,
was in
I
it was
think
in
he's a better shooter for his career than MPJ.
yes, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
terms of in terms of just shooting the ball like in distance and perimeter, like
I
from
think I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it.
no. I'm no no.
Yeah.
I'm not
No,
doing
they're
that. No,
about the same.
yeah. Well, yeah, they're about the same. And MPJ shoots way more contested shots.
Mm.
Does
So
he?
Yeah, he does
yes.
shoot. I think he does. I
He
think he
does,
He's
shoot.
bro.
more
The
I think he
nigga
contested
shoots
six
shots.
much
ten.
more
He launching that
difficult.
bitch over whoever was in front of him.
Man, this dude got Jokic getting on the rock. This dude get more easy
He
buckets. Come on,
benefited
bro.
from Jokic.
I
He
mean,
did.
yeah, he did. But I mean, if you look at the times where he just getting the ball from Jokic and they intercept and they don't have nothing, and he got somebody in front of him. 9 times out of 10, he's shooting that bitch because he's 6'10" and he feel like he could get that shit over
Now,
anybody.
if you talking about Jamal Murray, then that's different because Jamal Murray be having to get his off the muscle too. But
Nah, nah,
MPJ, MPJ, KCP, all these people with all these initials was getting so many clean looks playing with Joker.
yo,
I
all,
mean, yeah,
all the
they did. No,
initial
nah,
no,
bro,
guys.
I'm not
nah,
saying it
bro,
like they didn't get clean looks, bro. Like, I mean, Jamal Murray got clean. Everybody ate off the
No,
Joker
Jamal
plate.
Murray actually got defended. They couldn't leave Jamal Murray open.
He did get defended, but
nah, bro,
a lot of people get left open when you playing against Joker, bro. That's a fact.
nah,
Yeah.
nah, but
So let's
look,
see what he can do when they don't got Joker, and we
Yeah,
finna see
that's
this
nah,
year.
we're gonna
MPJ,
find out.
MPJ
We're
create a
gonna
little
find
bit
out.
for
I
himself,
mean, he on the
and
team
he
now, bro. We
changed a
got
little
we
bit.
got like we drafted like 3 different
I'm
passes,
not.
bro. So
See, I'm not mad about him being on the team, and I
Right, right.
think the playmakers. Hopefully, Igor develop a little jumper to become a threat. Then we'll see something going on there.
I know for a fact Danny Wolf gonna find him when he on the court with him. So
Yeah, it'll
that
work
I
out.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
But I agree. I think it was you, Iceman, that said during Breezy stream, man. I don't want MPJ at the four. That nah, bro.
I
Yeah,
don't think I
nah,
want him at the 4 neither.
Where you want him at the
I
three?
I rather put Zaire there
So where you putting MPJ
at the
Yeah,
3.
at the
At the
three.
at the
three.
three?
He's always played the three.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So
I
where
don't like
What
him
you
at the
don't
three.
like it? E?
I don't like him at the three.
I
He's always played
mean,
at the three.
he's always played at the 3. I mean, like
You
I
want him
rather
at the 4?
no
so
no
let
at the
so
4
let
I want Zaire
so
because
Lee.
Zaire is more athletic. He gonna handle a lot of the he gonna handle a lot of the defensive responsibilities that a 4 should handle, bro. Like, and I think he should that 4 spot should probably be solidified for him if Danny Wolf. I mean, barring if Danny Wolf don't get that spot. I mean, like however they want to play, we could really play a big boy lineup if we
I
really
like how
want
you
to.
just talking right through Claxton like he not still on the scene though.
Yeah, he
Actually,
is
No, no,
still
no,
on the
no.
team.
Claxton got the 5 spot solidified.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, this ain't got nothing to do with Claxton. This guy
Ice
gonna do.
man, we gonna be
Everything
so
is
happy
being
when
centered
Claxton
around
get
Danny
traded and
Wolf.
Dylan and them gonna be tight. I can't wait.
Do you think the
I
team
mean, listen.
improved? Do you
Look,
think
like
the
I
team
said, bro.
improved?
To get to pre said it the other night. Claxton don't got no excuses no more.
No, no more excuses.
Zero. So I mean, there's no excuses for him not to be
None, none.
active and pick a roles in open court situations and fast break situations. There's there's no excuses for him not to be active on this basketball court.
Right.
We done drafted 3 legitimate passers on this team, bro. Like and Trayor, Yegor, and Danny Wolf. 2 of them is most likely gonna get clocked. Or well, 3 of them. I say 4, and within
I
Drake
don't
Powell, if
know
you
if
had
Sharif gonna get clocked though.
Sarah,
Yeah.
Ben Sarah probably won't.
And there is a precedence on taking multiple point guards because we remember when Minnesota took Rubio and Johnny Flynn
Oh
4 and 5. So
oh yeah. That
Yeah.
nigga
we took one 8 and 9.
Rubio stayed his ass in Spain. He was like, man, fuck
But
this.
remember, Big Priest, we were saying that the Nets need a point guard. They need a point
And
guard.
Sean Marks clearly was listening. And he
He
took
went
all
Yeah, he
all in.
was.
He went all in.
Yep. He
He
the
said, all
went
only
all
right, I
point
in.
give you
guard that was
point
on the
guard slash
board.
wing, point guard slash 2, and point guard slash guard. And point slash center. Let's
I
do
think
that.
what their goal is, and I can say this now because Breezy is done for the night. I don't think Cam Thomas is a part of a long term plan.
Me
Who?
neither.
Who? Cam Thomas?
No.
Yeah, I don't know if just looking at the moves they made, including the draft and everything like that. It's hard for me to say whether he is or isn't.
Yeah, they need to bring his stock up if they're gonna do anything. And everybody should know that how I feel about Cam Thomas, but I understand basketball too.
They just gotta give him a contract that got some money on it. That's what they gotta do.
Yeah, they gotta pay him.
Give
They
him
got
a
the money.
contract that I mean, what we
He's
got
gonna
left?
get paid in the same range as Claxton, probably. Because and if you're looking at it like, I mean, when people say Nick Claxton should get more than him, or he should get more than Nick Claxton, just Nick Claxton is the team's best defender, right?
Yeah.
Right.
He's the team's best scorer. So one
I
is
mean,
not good
I think
offensively, one is
Claxton has
not
played
good on
more. But
one
I
is
think
not good
Claxton
on
has played more effective basketball than
yeah,
Cam
more winning
Thomas.
basketball because he was a part of the teams that was competing for a championship.
That's what I was about to
Absolutely.
say. So like that, a part of that contract is what you did for me already. So like you was a part of the teams I was winning. So like I'm paying you for that too as well. Cam Thomas
That
wasn't a
that
part of that,
4 year 100 man for Cam Thomas.
Well, Thomas
No,
was on the team, but he wasn't a part of it.
but he wasn't a part of it.
he wasn't a
They
part
sat him
of it.
down. So
Yeah, everybody sees that.
Breezy killed me talking about he played next to Kevin Durant and
Everybody,
Kyrie.
but the thing is with the NBA though, it's easier to play a defensive player because is buckets run the NBA. So like if you're scoring a lot of buckets, you could demand a higher contract. A defensive player he's efficient, but he's not putting up crazy buckets. He's a great defender, but I don't have to pay him top dollar. So I could work around him. If I let Cam Thomas rock and keep on letting him like put up buckets and have minutes, I gotta think about the contract I gotta give him now too. All right, now it gets a little tricky. Now I start handicapping my team. Now two people taking up like what 25% of the cap, 20% of the cap. That's a lot. What you doing for this team, my nigga?
right, right. Well, actually, the Nets are in a good position, really, to be honest with you, because with Cam Thomas, nobody can offer him any other kind of money. So he's not going nowhere. So he's locked here. He's unrestricted. He's a restricted free agent.
That's a fact. And if nobody can't offer him any other money, bro, why the hell are we giving him more than 15 million a year?
But I mean, they probably either they feel that he's part of the future, and you're gonna tell by the money. You're gonna tell
Yes.
by
But
the
I don't
money.
Yeah.
know if there's, but Scott,
But
I don't think it's
they're gonna
a
make
big
sure
market for him.
they still flexible though.
I don't think there's a. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really think there's a market for him at all. Sure,
Not right
teams
now.
take
I
him,
don't think so neither.
No,
but I
no.
think more teams are
100%.
interested in guys like Kuminga and stuff like that because Cam is not athletic.
Right.
So he said that's RJ Barrett money, bro. So Cam
Yeah.
Thomas is on RJ Barrett level?
No,
No.
I didn't think so. So I mean, it's a lot of our fan base, bro.
please
Like
don't
I ain't
cut
gonna
you all
lie to
out.
you. It's a lot of our fan base, bro. Like they literally believe that they could put their hand on God.
I'll put it like
They
this:
believe they could walk with God the way Cam Thomas is, like the way they praise
RJ
Cam Thomas.
Barrett was a number 3 pick for a reason,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
They
I
said, who
mean,
you rather spend the bread on? Oh, that's RJ Barrett
yeah.
all day.
I don't even want to spend the money on
I
him
would.
either. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not big on bringing the RJ Barrett to Brooklyn, but um,
If it happens, bro, you know why.
Well, I
uh,
don't know. I don't know about RJ Barrett.
I'm really
Would he fit?
looking at how we're gonna develop. Hopefully, Igor and I think Igor Trayor and Danny Wolf are the ones that I'm kind of looking at
Me
to
too.
hopefully get a lot of time and develop and do all those things. I won't be mad if I know Drake Powell probably spent a lot of the season in the G League. Um, so I want to see how they make it work. Because if we still had Kenny, I know them dudes would get developed.
Right.
I think Drake Powell should be our backup two guard. I mean,
He's
like,
gonna be in the G League.
is he?
Yeah.
Well, I think they're all gonna be
I don't. I
interchangeable
don't.
out the G League.
I think he gonna earn a spot
Maybe
right off the
Igor just
rip.
gonna be the only one that stays here, but I think they're all
I
gonna be
think Drake
interchangeable.
Powell gonna earn a spot off the rip. I
All
like just
the
looking at the eye test and that
offensive
training camp, bro. Like he'll be okay.
They got some decisions to make with some of their players, man.
All them niggas
That
from
G
last year
League,
tell them to kick
yeah,
rocks.
that G
most of
League
the
is
people said that
Mm.
Drake Powell was was the rawest player that needed the most development. So he has the athleticism, but they thought that was a reach at 22. So if you're going to if you're going to want him to develop properly, he'll be in the G League.
right.
I'm not mad at it. I just think that he'll show enough
Now he
on.
might be like Tucson from Walmart and be G League MVP or some shit. Who knows?
Oh hell, no. He better than that nigga, bro. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. He way better than that fucker, bro. You hated that nigga, bro. Like I was just sick and tired of him.
I didn't even know who that was. I was covering one of our games. I think we was playing the Clippers on Show Channel, and I was like, who is this dude?
I ain't know who the fuck it
It
was
was
neither,
like,
bro.
it was like, who is this nigga with the dreads? I
I
can't get
yeah,
on the phone.
I'm gonna start sending some of y'all some invites to next year's games, bro, because I don't know some of these niggas on the
Well,
roster
what they
either.
gonna do with Jalen Wilson?
I
They
think Jalen
probably not
Wilson is
re-signing
solid
him.
to keep on the team at a good number.
Okay,
He not under contract.
I
No,
don't think so. I think he's
The
not on the
second round
contract.
pick,
No.
you only get like 2 years or some shit, something like that.
yeah,
But he
you
got
know,
that deal
so
last year, right? He didn't get that deal last year.
nah, he ain't getting no deal last year. I don't think they re-signing him. I don't think they were signing him. I don't think that we were signing Tyrese Martin. I don't think we were signing I think Drew Timmy is probably the only two-way contract
The only
that we're
one
gonna
that's
have.
on contract from that guard list is Derek Whitehead
Yep.
and who else?
Tariq Whitehead was a first-round pick, so that's why he up
Keon
there.
Johnson. Keon Johnson still on the team.
Keon
Keon is
Johnson.
out.
Yeah,
I think Keon might be out.
Keon
I
Johnson.
wanted to see Derek get more time. You know, he from Jersey, so
Yeah.
but kid couldn't stay healthy, so man,
He got. I ain't gonna lie. His shot. He could get that shot off in the NBA. If he was half of what he was in Duke, bro. Like
couldn't stay
I.
healthy there either.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, being a Dookie, bro, coming in the NBA with injuries, bro, you basically
Because if he
halfway out the
wasn't
league.
Facts.
because if he wasn't hurt, he would have been the top 10 pick. He wouldn't have
So
made it to us.
that's
That's
right.
a fact.
That's a fact. That's a
That is a
fact.
fact. But the fact that he a Dookie, bro, and I don't trust their injury report. Yeah, he got to. Yeah, he hit the back of the line, fam.
Trendon Warford got a contract
From Philly.
from
Philly.
Philly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I expected him to be going.
yeah. I
What
expect
about
them to be going
Zion
too.
Williams?
I think Tyrese Martin is back, bro. I think Tyrese Martin got signed back.
Oh, for
Yeah,
real?
He did.
and he's a Husky, so I don't mind having him on the roster. The UConn
Okay.
Husky.
Yeah, I think he got
Okay.
signed
I ain't
back.
gonna lie, bro. That nigga ain't hitting shots, bro. Like he worthless on the court.
He'll go back to the G League.
There's a lot of niggas in the league like that.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
big league.
I think Duncan Robinson got Duncan Robinson got
Didn't he renegotiate? I think he
nah.
renegotiated.
They turned that shit down. They ain't I don't even know if they
I would
renegotiating
have
or
much.
not. Yeah,
Now speaking of that, I would have much rather got Kuminga than Dank on MPJ though.
that's a fact.
You think so?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I would
Yeah.
have think Cam
I mean,
Johnson and the
But he
Warriors.
would have asked. Well, yeah.
That's what I was saying 2 days ago. I was
There
like,
must be
yo,
something going on with Kaminga. What
I ain't
is
gonna
it?
lie.
What is it? What is it?
No,
Because
no,
skill
Scott.
level, he's
It's the NBA, bro.
when
Business
you
of the NBA. I'm not gonna play you because you asked for too. I gave you a contract. You turned it down. All right,
right,
sit on the bench.
right now, all other teams won't fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know what
No,
I'm saying? It's
And,
like
and I
want
put the
Kuminga.
price out there, so now they know what's
I
the
think
value
the
now.
only team I heard about that was serious about Kuminga was Miami.
and they, Miami don't like the pay.
It was
Yeah, but
Miami and there was somebody else though, and we don't know what the number is.
I only remember Miami, and they said Miami set a number at maybe 23 a year. And
It,
that nigga looking for 30. I understand why he looking for 30,
timeline.
but
You gotta go back to the offer that Golden State made to him, but way back in, I think the
Bullshit
beginning of last season, they made, I think, a qualifying offer. He turned it down. You gotta look back at that number because that's the number teams gonna look at. Like, all right, this the number they put in front of you. You didn't want that. You asked for more. Well,
Right,
I don't have to pay you more. If anything, I could just pay you up to this number or less because the team set that value on you. You got nowhere else to go if
right.
you don't take that Well, they took the contract off the table, so you ain't got nowhere to go. So I don't have to pay you over that if you ain't got the place that could have paid you more ain't paying that no more. So I don't. Good business. I don't have to pay you that much
This
now.
dude was averaging 15 in 24 minutes, shooting 45 from the field, 30 from the three, which all them numbers went up in the playoffs
Right,
when they
right.
put him in the game.
Oh, he's
That's
definitely a
why
good
Cam
player.
Thomas ain't getting signed yet, because they still waiting for the market to say what to give him. If it ain't that much, he ain't about to get too much neither. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
he's
no,
saying?
that's
actually
a
going.
fact.
Yeah.
I mean, but I definitely would have. I'm with.
But you
I'm with
can't.
Priest.
But you can't be. And this is just good business. You can't have all your money tied up. Cam Thomas can't be a max player.
No, no,
And
he's not
you,
a max
and you
player.
talk about winning.
Yes. You can't.
You
You
know what I'm
can't
saying?
push.
Even if this is a rebuilding time, you still don't want to be locked up for that money when it comes time to bring in actual max players.
Right. Yeah,
Because
because he hasn't
in
earned that
three
yet.
years, Ace probably out of Utah. We
Right.
probably still get Ace.
Probably still do. He want to be here. That's for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when that rookie deal up, we're saying he I know he not staying in Utah. Now whether he come to us as a, a
That's a
discussion
different
for another
story.
day.
Yeah, yeah,
But
that's
I
a
ain't gonna
he's
different
lie.
not
story.
If they
staying.
put that money on in front of him, I don't know if he leave or not.
Man,
They
look.
put,
Nah, my boy don't want to stay out there with the skeets,
He don't
my
want to be
dude.
in Utah, man.
but he
Wait,
not
who
gonna
y'all talking?
sacrifice
Who
his
we
bag.
talking
He
about?
already
Ace?
sacrificed a bag.
Ace.
Ace. We talk about Ace,
Yeah,
but he already
I
sacrificed his
mean,
bag
yeah.
I
already.
ain't
He
gonna
gonna
lie to
sacrifice
you,
the
bro.
bigger bag now.
I said the same shit, but Ace got to toe the line, my nigga. Like it is what it is.
Yeah, he got no
Not when the
choice right
contract
now.
time come
Now
up.
he
I don't
said
have
Right.
he
to
said
sign with you.
after that rookie
Yeah,
contract about to be up. That's what he was talking about.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
After
I
that rookie
mean,
contract up, this dude is up out of there. He not staying in Utah. He not mourning or Mormon, whatever it's called.
Mormon. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. I understand that. I mean, if he get a chance to get the player option or to get an unrestricted free agency, bro. Because if I'm not mistaken, top 5 picks in a first couple of years, they pretty much. I hate to say it, they pretty much slaves to the team that drafted them. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't
Well,
know if the rules gonna change or
if
however it
he's
is, but
unrestricted and they tender him, then the league will set the market. Kind of like what he was saying about with Cam.
Right.
Um, with me personally, if I'm running the Nets, I'm gonna offer him a super max, well, as much as I can.
nigga said a
If y'all
super
gonna
max.
keep him, y'all gonna pay.
That's a
You know what I'm
fact. Y'all
saying?
gonna pay that nigga like a shitload.
Well, I think they have to do that off the rip. Like if they don't do anything but that, that's disrespectful. I think you
That's a
trying to make him
fact.
leave. Like, bro, he don't
I
want
mean,
to be
but
there.
at
So you
that
trying to
time,
throw
bro,
the
by
biggest
by
bag
that
at him. Like, yo,
time,
bro, we want you here, bro. Like, do your thing, bro. We're gonna accommodate you, bro. And to
mhm,
show you that we're gonna accommodate you, here is the biggest bag of them all, bro. Here you
right.
go.
And I think by that time, Larry marketing probably gonna be gone, so money gonna be freed up. They gonna be like, oh, you think you're gonna outbid us for this nigga? That nigga
But
Danny Ainge
but
gonna be
look,
like, what?
but
Nah.
the same way with Darren Williams, the same way with Donovan Mitchell. All these guys get up out of there. So it don't
That's
matter if
true.
you take them. If you take a guy that you know don't want to be there, that's on you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
That's
saying?
true. That's
Um,
true.
But you got the window though. You got the window. Now, if he leaves in 4 years, that's a small ass window. But if you do get him on a rookie extension, you got like what, a 7 year window? I mean, you could get something done right there. Now, more times than not, it didn't work out. Like when you had Spot over there, it didn't work out. But you could
let
look
me
at
see
certain
how long these
situations.
dudes stayed in
It
Utah. The only people I know stayed in Utah are Karl Malone, John Stockton. Everybody else
that's
did.
a long time, bro.
Everybody, that's a
But if you
long.
get
Oh
like a
my god.
Spider player, like if he
Them
stays in
niggas
like the
stayed
time frame
19
Spider
years too.
stayed, you
Yeah.
could get something done. If he stays in the same time frame as Spider, you can get something done there. You could get something done.
Something
Now,
done like what?
you're hoping for
Donovan
a
Mitchell
finals,
only
a
stayed
championship.
five
That's what you're
years.
hoping for. But
Donovan
I,
Mitchell stayed five
How long
years.
Rudy stayed?
Well,
well,
Rudy ain't in this conversation. He ain't no.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, damn. I just
yeah, the big
asked.
baguette not like that. He not like that. He not.
The big baguette.
He not
Nigga
like
only
that.
got
Yeah,
4 depoys, but
nobody,
I mean, but yeah,
nobody
he's
gave
still
a
a big
damn if he
baguette.
stayed.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm
he not
saying?
like that, bro. He don't like. Oh, I want to get traded. I want to leave. No, 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 no. He is Ace
So
Bailey
hold
and
up. We
Okay,
Rudy
not gonna
Gobert.
so
forget that
Rudy
the
Gobert
Utah Dre's
okay,
is
traded that nigga
and,
for 9 assets, bro. Like, so we
and
gonna
Darren
forget that?
Williams,
no,
but
but that
Darren
wasn't him
Williams,
asking for a trade though.
Darren
They
Williams stayed there
utilized
for
him.
6 years. So the max that they can keep a guy locked up like that is 5, 6 years.
Uh,
So that's what I'm
so
saying. And if a
They
guy
might
is
run through
showing,
that nigga in 5, 6 years, bro.
Well, Rudy
Man,
stayed
injuries,
9
all that
years.
shit. Yo, you playing 40
9 years.
minutes a game, nigga. Get out there.
you
You
hey,
talking
don't.
about a guy, but you look at it, Asa only be like 22 years old at that
Right,
point.
right, Right.
Yeah, nah, I know, but like I don't really look at age. I look at wear and tear and what you're doing on the
And that
court.
dude ain't gonna have no wear and tear. I don't even think he gonna play hard for that. He probably will, cause he
He
don't want to hurt
probably
his
will.
value around
You
the
you
Yeah,
want to
he
league.
look
don't want to
bad,
hurt
yeah.
his
You want to look
value.
bad
So
out there,
like
bro.
I think listen, I ain't gonna lie, listen, Danny Ainge is a crook. He might hire somebody to play that nigga for like 40 something minutes a game. Then we
Yeah.
gonna be looking at that nigga be like, yo, this nigga ace, man. This nigga
I don't
tore
know
up
or
his
something.
body, bro. Damn. Fuck we doing? I don't know,
I don't
man.
know. I don't know if he really want to play in Utah.
Of course
Oh,
he
I
don't really
know he
want to
don't
play.
want to play.
I know he don't want to play in Utah. Danny Ainge is a fucking asshole. He knew he should have picked Trey Johnson.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
But
Trey
then
Johnson
again,
was gone already, wasn't he?
Trey Johnson went after. He went to the Wizards.
Oh, okay. Well, if he didn't go there, then Ace would have went to the Wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would have went to
That was the
Wizards.
only other team that he wanted to go to,
But
man.
I think he would have
Wizards.
took the Wizards. He would have took Chocolate
He
City.
definitely would have took the Wizards
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. He would have definitely like
But
chocolate
the
seat.
thing about the Wizards, he would have had to toe the line. Them niggas got a lot of veterans in that locker room.
Man, the
What
Wizards
Yeah.
was
veterans, bro?
Chris Middleton, Marcus Smart, CJ. They got
good McCullough. Yeah.
Are they tanking
Okay,
again?
I mean, okay,
That
okay.
sound like a tank.
yeah, it is a
I don't
tank.
know.
I
Well,
mean,
You
well,
got CJ
well.
McCollum.
but they really trying to build morale, my nigga. Like you already
Oh.
got like Marcus, you already got Marcus Smart, hot
I'm not
head
gonna
ass
lie to you,
man.
Leaf. In the East, that sounds like a team that in the beginning of the season it
Yeah.
could make some more. It could make some noise, my nigga. Like you're
It
not
could,
expecting them to
yeah,
lose
it could
some
make some
stuff.
noise.
But I'm
I
saying, like
said,
at the end of the season, like remember, like we did that same thing. We end up like what the sixth? I mean the 8th seed or something like that.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
the 10th seed or something
10
like that.
seed.
yeah,
So like they could possibly be like an 8, 9,
I
10
can
mm-hmm,
see them
seed.
doing something for
Now
real.
they in a playing game. That's way more better than being the laughing stock of the league.
yeah, that's way better, and you might get a top 5 pick for it. Who knows?
Who knows?
Shit.
Could
But
you
then
see
again,
could you see the Nets right now making the plan?
hell
No.
yeah,
No,
No.
I do.
absolutely.
I do. I see them making the plan.
Yeah,
So
we could make 10th.
So I'm gonna compare last
Mm.
season and try to use things from last season. So from
Yeah.
last season, we had a lot of vets and a lot of guys that didn't get a lot of burn from the season before wanted to prove themselves.
Right.
This year coming in, we barely got any of them same vets.
Right.
We just got
We
players
hella
that
young.
been on the team. So and then now we got a lot of young guys with other players that want to prove themselves with a lot of people that's is convoluted at some of the positions. So you got to hope, feel for the game, and Jordy with positionless basketball going to come into play. That wasn't a problem last season. So we could come out to a good start, but we might not be able to maintain that just because of our team dynamics. We got to figure shit out. Last season, we had shit figured out because we had veterans. They put us in rows. A good coach came and made sense, and then people want to prove themselves. I can't say that all the way for this season. No Dennis Schroeder, no DFS, no Cam Johnson. Those were big pieces right there. Those held the team together.
And
No
we
D'Lo
still
though.
gonna make the play in, bro. Shit.
I don't
So
see us making a plan
You
hold
personally.
don't.
on.
I do. The
Okay.
reason being is because of something that you said a while back, Priest. Like this shit go on Jordy's record. And I'm pretty sold, bro. Like yo, that he could get the best out of this team for real, for real. Now that you got MPJ and you got
We got a
Cam Thomas,
we got a
eh,
whole lot of rookie decision makers. Um, that's gonna come with growing pains.
true.
I don't see the playing, and we ain't in our now. Maybe Igor is Luca, but I don't see it. So
Shit.
I think his breakthrough glass ceiling is Luca.
Shit.
It's not.
Shit.
What
Luca?
is it? What is the ceiling then? Easy.
It's a souped up Tyrese Halliburton, but better,
A
maybe
souped up
better,
Tyrese Halliburton is his ceiling.
maybe. I have to be more.
If he
I have
okay,
to see
so
a little bit more, and I need to see it in the game.
if he breaks through that, what's the sky for him?
Angel Reese, sorry, said the sky, like what I'm
I
getting
had
ready.
him as Therese Halliburton.
I
I
mean, but
said
if
the
he breaks
sky,
through
the
that
kind of
ceiling, bro, me personally, I think that's Luca.
You can't say Luca because Luca is a great great 3-point shooter. So unless you see him chucking up 11 threes a game and fucking making damn near close to 40% of that, no, you can't put Luca there.
When
So
has Luke ever shot 40%?
Luca chucks up. Well, I mean, if it's not up to 40%, the man is hitting them on a scale that it don't even need to be 40% because he a great 3-point shooter. He gonna chuck them up and he gonna make
I
more
think
than
he a great scorer and a great shot creator and a great creator, and
bro.
in terms of
The
offense,
man is a great
in
three
terms
point
of
shooter,
producing
son.
offense. Nah, I think he could make. Listen, the Luka Magic shit is real, bro. I'm not denying that, bro. Like I think
I
he could
think you
do.
underrated how great of a shooter he really is, bro. He is a great shooter. Look how many shots he got off on everybody, bro. He done got
True,
shots right in front of AD face, pulling him
true.
right to him. Bro, he's a
Listen,
great
I
shooter,
seen him
bro.
throw up a one
That's a
hander off
lot
a
to put on
backboard
ego,
on
bro.
us, bro. Like, listen, it is what it is, bro. Like I seen Luca do incredible shit,
But
but
I'm saying that's a lot to put on Igor though, bro. So I can't put Luca on him, bro. So I have to go a tier down lower because you're not unless something crazy happened and you start lighting up from the three, because that's our league right now. You have to
right,
be able to hit that outside shot at an efficient and consistent rate. If you're
right.
not doing that, I can't put you at Luca.
I mean, I feel like more of our league is like you gotta be efficient at getting more unstoppable at getting to a spot on the court and being highly efficient at scoring from that spot. I think it's more so that than the three ball. I mean, not saying that the three ball ain't important, but the three ball is important. But when you get down the line of a season, bro, the mid range shooters basically hold a lot more weight than a lot of people think they do. That's just me, but I mean,
No, I'm
I
just
get
talking about the ability to score and create and all that crap. I don't. If he turns out to be Luca as a rookie, then yeah, we got a shot. Outside of that, it's gonna be growing pains. Because with
that's
him,
true.
with Traor, is and we know we're going. Those guys gonna get a shit ton of minutes, whether we want them to or not. It's
Hmm.
gonna be growing pains.
Yeah, because Trey is a better shooter than as far as stat wise.
Best scorer is
I
trash.
definitely
I don't
Priest,
even
I
know if
definitely
he'll be
give you
here.
that, and just in terms of the rookie playmaking, bro, like it's definitely room to make mistakes. It's gonna be a lot of high risk. I guess for lack of a better term, high risk, high reward type of shit. But I mean, I feel like under the Jordy umbrella, I feel like players are gonna be a little bit more like cautious about how they move the ball around, at least in this system. To me, bro, like but I mean, we got to see what happens. You're absolutely right.
You gotta look at it. What you call it? Averaged in college, shit, Danny Wolf as the primary ball handler, whatever, averaged like 3.5 turnovers.
Right.
True.
Saying so, you putting
I
Igor
don't know. I mean,
when you
I
got to
think
get used to the speed of the game. You got to get used to the physicality of the game. You got
true,
to get used to all that. I
So there's
mean,
a lot of growing pain.
yeah,
true.
it's gonna be growing pain. So the
Yeah.
playing, I don't see
Right.
now. It's even look at it like when Lonzo was taking number two. Look at what Lamelo. None of them teams made the playoffs. That's why I said Luca. If you got Luca type of situation, yeah, you might,
You might make it. Then. That's
but
what you're
we
saying.
ain't got that. We got a
Yeah.
whole bunch of young jokers.
We ain't got that.
Yeah, that's true. They young. It's
Man,
just
we got young passes missed with MPJ, Claxton, and Cam
they're gonna
Thomas.
make
So I
mistakes.
mean,
They're gonna make mistakes. That's for sure.
Oh
it
man,
And I
and
think from what if I could think about how I think Sean Marks drafted this draft, he got players that had a feel and read for the game, so they're gonna read and feel off each other. Shit like that takes time to process and build up. So like,
Yeah.
I can't automatically like because at the end of the day, all these guys have a feel for the game. They just need to get accustomed to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
all have a feel for the game. So, and what they feel for the game, you open up so many options for your offense. Now you could put Danny Wolf at certain spots. Now you could put Igor at certain spots. Like imagine Igor at the high post. Imagine Danny Wolf at the low post dictating shit. That's a lot.
now
That's
next
way
year
different.
I can definitely see the next couple years. I can see us going from the play in to the playoffs and
So you're
everything like
saying after this season?
that. Next year, the year after this one, yeah, probably
Yeah.
play in range
Do we
or
have a pick in this year
more.
draft?
Oh
Um,
yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. We have our own pick.
and after that, probably will be, depending on how this go. You
I'm
know,
through
we'll
with
be
that tanking
probably.
shit, bro. I'm done with it.
If
Me
tanking don't
too.
work, me and Scott tried to tell you.
Yeah, that don't
Don't
work.
listen.
That don't work. I was saying that since they were tanking, like everybody was saying, oh, they tanking. Yeah, I said that shit don't
I'm
work.
not promoting. The second that I hear Dylan or one of them say that shit, man, I'm exiting, bro. I'm not
They say
doing
it
it.
do work because we could have had the fifth pick. If you the worst team, you got to sit through that bullshit. Imagine just getting the fifth pick.
Yeah, that's not good enough for me.
That's crazy.
If
And you
you
can say that
pin
because
down
of
into it.
hindsight,
Oh my
because we got
god,
the
we got
eighth pick.
in the draft with AJ DeBosa, Cam Boozer, and them. You want the fifth pick?
Yeah.
Let me ask this question though. Let me to play devil advocate though. Let me
Go
ask this
ahead. Go
question.
ahead.
Do you like Asor Thompson?
Yeah, he's a good player.
Would you take him on
Third?
your team? Asor
No,
Thompson. You wouldn't take him
I
on your
like
team?
a man.
no. I like a man. A sword, I'm okay with, bro. Like, bro, I like a
Third
man.
is not as good as his brother.
A sword ain't nothing to write home about, bro. Like, I mean,
I mean,
nah.
for what you went
He's a
through,
good defender, but
Mm,
he
and a
plays.
good athlete,
Now, if you
bro.
ask me if I like Cade Cunningham, yeah, I like him. But he was number one.
look at it this way: Dallas was almost 500, and they got the number one pick.
Exactly.
But we
Now
know
we
Basic.
that's
worried
Dallas'
about
Was that
territory.
good? Was
That's
that
fine.
good to us?
No.
No.
Because they actually
so
pushed us back.
I mean, but it wasn't good to Charlotte neither, bro. It wasn't good to
It
Utah
wasn't good to
neither.
everybody.
Yeah,
we
like, and
in
think
the
about
whole
it, and
and I
like,
need
it's
to remember
to
this.
Priest's
We was
point.
all
It's gonna
talking
be
about
three
being top.
teams.
We was all talking about being top three. Am I right? The
Yep,
whole year.
Yeah.
the
Talking about
whole
being
year.
top
Oh
three.
yeah.
And that includes Dylan and John and everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody
So
was
now they talking about, well, we would have at least been five. Nobody was gave a fuck about five. Not
nobody
one
cared
person.
about it.
We only cared about 5 because Ace got picked at 5. That's why.
Yeah,
But
but
what I'm
I
saying,
mean,
when we was leading up, when we were going through the season, everybody was talking about being getting a top three pick. That was the whole narrative. That was the whole thing. Nobody was
it
talking
never
about.
left that
Yeah,
three
Talking
pick.
because
about
because if we had top 3, we was picking Ace at 3.
no, I mean Ace, Dylan, or Cooper. One of them.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That was the focus. So
Mhm.
now nobody expected Ace to do what he did, but when you're talking about what we were talking about throughout the whole season, nobody was talking about goddamn getting damn top. We was all talking about getting top three,
For
top.
sure.
Nobody. I was going back through Breezy streams trying to see if I found somebody to talk about anything but top three, and I couldn't find it.
I think as the season progressed, when we started winning games, they started switching up their tune and saying, "Yo, we can't get top three no more because we won too many games. So we got to hope for the best we could. The only thing we could get is top five. If you're one of the worst teams in the league, you're guaranteed top five. So they was talking about top three, but then I guess when
They're
we won too many
liars.
games,
Yeah, I
They
mean, it's
are.
just
Well, I don't want to say liars. They just don't tell the truth.
right. No, Priest, you know, and I know. Everybody was saying the top 3. I knew. I listened to people. We got to be one of the top 3 worst teams in the NBA. I said, listen, that's not good. It doesn't guarantee nothing. It doesn't guarantee you get the first, second, or third pick. And turn around, none of those teams that was at the very bottom got anywhere near the 1 and 3rd pick.
well,
Nope.
just to be fair, 'cause I remember I'm saying this. It's not to be the to get the top three. Is to put yourself in a position that you don't get worse than five.
But
So
that's
yeah,
not
at
what
least
they
you
were
in there.
saying during the season. They were saying that we needed a top three player,
Right. They
right?
were saying that if you go
So
from
Yeah.
the
if that's
top
what
3, it
I'm with
drops
you,
in
Easy. If
value.
that's what they were saying during the season, I'm with you 100%. I got it. That's a fact. You want to try to do whatever, get that,
Right.
whatever. But that's not what they were saying at all. That shit switched up like goddamn.
Swiss cheese.
Come on, man.
they
No, I switched
switched
up. They
it.
switched up for sure.
They switched up. Hey, listen, it's okay to say that I was wrong, but nobody
They
said
not gonna say
anything.
that.
Nobody said anything, and I just wanted to make sure that people knew tanking don't work. That doesn't guarantee you nothing. It's a
Not a
lottery.
goddamn thing.
It's a lottery. When I go and play lotto, I know the odds of me hitting that damn lotto is real fucking high.
You mean real low?
Real low, excuse me. I might get my money back.
I was about to say if it's
If
the
that.
odds of you hitting is real high.
No, it ain't
Better
high.
run
It's
to that
real
shit,
low.
man.
It's real high that I ain't getting shit.
Yeah, Scott, I need to go where you go if it's high.
Yeah, shit.
It's real low.
Goddamn bodega.
But that shit was crazy, man. Everybody was bugging.
Every winner comes from this bodega.
Yo, Scott, do you remember in the season when Dennis Schroeder was going off and winning games? I remember that. Like, yo,
I was telling people
came into the room.
Dennis was a great player. This is what Jordy runs. His offense needs that point guard. I could see why they drafted 3 guards. And like some people said, okay, if you got Denham and you got Trier, why would you get Saraf? I can't answer why you got Saraf, but for some reason they must have liked Saraf.
They did.
And they still feel like if Trier or Denham don't work, Saraf can move in. To them, that was the most important thing is that point guard. They need a point guard.
That they're gonna keep Saraf here this year. I could see them stashing him 1 year.
Right. I can see him not showing up this year. Yeah.
I think Jokic got stashed.
Yes, he did. He got stashed 1 year. That first year.
I think he played a little bit. I think he played a little bit though. He played with your Nurkic.
I was looking at it. I think he stayed in Serbia 1 year.
Did he?
Yeah.
Might have. I'm not even sure. I have to look that up. But he did play with Nurkic that first year. They shared the floor, and then.
But that wasn't as a rookie though. I think he came over later. Yeah.
Okay. But I think what Sean Marks is doing, even though, all right, I know it's like all guards, one center, and what I think he's trying to do, because he's trying to play so it's not necessarily the guard, but it's positionless basketball. Even though I could slot him at guard, I could slot him at forward too, and now he's playing multiple positions. So I think like I could put Nolan Curry at the guard, but even when I need it, depending on how my lineup going, I could put him at the 3 and run a lineup that people can't keep up with. I don't think it's necessarily like, oh, you got 4 guards, because then one of them is 6'9". So like, what are we saying with that? Like, that's Magic Johnson, that's LeBron James. So, but that's a forward. Yeah. So like, you can't really say a guard. You could say he got guard like vision, but then you got to put that head to the test now. Right. And then he got to run the offense if you're going to say a guard. So you this is what I'm saying. I think it's really positional basketball and like the flexibility of how you can run offense. You're not tied down to one offense. Almost something like how Sabonis run over in the Kings when he first got there. Like I say, like the year right after he got there, he's running a lot of their actions and their guys are running off of him. But then after a while, when it developed, Malik Monk taking actions, De'Aaron Fox start taking actions, Keegan Murray get integrated into the offense. I think he tried to do a souped up version of that, but jump started. Right. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, it's positionless basketball, like you said. Because 6'9" is 6'9", so like you don't have to play him at the guard. Yeah, you don't have to necessarily. You can't teach 6'9". 6'9" is 6'9". Right. That means he'd be able to rebound and be able to move around with some of the taller players, or switch up on taller players. Right. Now, if he's mobile like that, then I mean, at that point, I mean, now he could switch out to a guard. So like, I could have him on the court. He's good. Like. Right. Yeah, but I get people's frustration. I get this. I get it. But I mean, it's frustrating as a fan. You know, we don't want to sit there and say, "Oh, okay, that these players are not going to be shit." We don't even know. Yeah, we don't even know where this is going to go at. And it's not like we shitting on the players though, Scott. It's more like we're trying to figure out the vision of the front office, and this has been the question for a long time. This is why, if anything, that's why it's really frustrating right now. Is getting to that boiling point because when we had McHale, they told us We're
He
gonna
was
focus on Mikal and we're gonna
right.
try to go for something. We're not trying to hear that. Then you trade Mikal, then you start talking about, okay, we gonna tank or not. But like, we gonna tank, but you don't tank. So it's like, okay, you got your pick, so you think you're gonna tank, but you
But
so like it's a
they did tank. It just tanking don't work. We only won 26 games. People
That
are
ain't
acting
a
like
lot
we
of
won
games.
37 games or some shit.
no, but Priest, you as an organization, you're not sending a clear, direct message to your fan base. You're almost doing like what the Bulls is doing, except worse because they got better talent over there. Now they making crazy moves, but they got better talent over there.
Yeah,
But I think we do.
I think we did
Uh,
good.
we actually did kind of what we were. I mean, we weren't going to get the top pick. I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
Most people believe that shit was going to Dallas. So they tried to move up, right? Charlotte didn't want to play ball. They took Knippel when they could have got him later. Um, is only so much as a front office you can do. You know what I'm saying? So,
I
um,
agree.
and people saying that you can make them take whatever you're offering them.
No, you
If
can't.
they're asking you for a certain pick, don't give it to them. Tell them what you're going to give them, and then make the trade that way. That's not how trades work. Not when they got what you want.
All right, all right.
They're not going to take it.
Just to be fair, I gotta play devil advocate. I hear you on that, and I agree. You can't force a trade if the team don't want to trade. But when we look at this draft, there was trades going on, so it was
In the
possible to
second
get a
round.
deal done.
Yeah, it was
But
trades going on after the 10th spot.
Yeah.
But it wasn't none up until that 10th spot. I think personally, when you look at that draft, boy, after 5 or 6, done. Everybody else was equal. I don't think Molly Watt was worth all of that to a lot of people. Some people like his skill set, but he still would have been a project anyway.
Absolutely.
He would have been a project. So you're not really making no moves if you're a team like, say, Dallas,
And
who
if
is
he
trying to make a
does, say he
run.
does what Nick Claxton does,
Right,
being a rim runner and all that crap.
right.
Only thing that would be everybody would hype it up because he's 7'2", but that it's still the same thing, and you still need a playmaker to make it work.
Yeah, you still need that guard. You still need that, or that wing that's not dynamic. You need that wing that's dynamic. So it was only 1 or 2 players I felt in the whole draft that was worthy of you going, yo, take all my picks. And they wasn't playing ball. They want to take Cooper Flagg. They're going to take Dylan Harper. They're going to take him. They're going to take him. You ain't moving up. Sorry. You ain't got nothing to give us that we don't already have.
But you see, but then you do. I hear that, but then you go ahead and then do something unprecedented.
They did.
Ever.
They made 5 draft picks.
You made 5 draft picks.
They
So,
made 5 picks. So
and
they
then
want to make
Nobody ain't
sure.
gonna take them from you.
That's for
gotta
sure. Like, yeah. And you look at it this way. Your odds are good. Your odds is better than the ones that got 1 pick.
Absolutely.
But hear me out, right? Hear me out. Scott, Priest, I give you something to sell, right?
Yeah.
Everybody else has something to sell, and they got their shit off. You have 5 of these things to sell. You came back to me with 5 back, like, yo, you didn't sell not one of them. You didn't try to do nothing with it. You came back to me with 5, bro. Damn,
It's like having 5 joints and I couldn't sell 1, right?
but Scott, like, yo, he had 2 over there. He made something work. He got something coming back in the other. Bro, damn, bro.
Well, if we had known that New Orleans was just giving shit away, we would have been good. But
Yeah, but New Orleans.
Why you can't make that deal with New Orleans? You make Atlanta make that deal over you. You make Atlanta capitalize on that. Atlanta, come on, yo.
I don't know. I don't know their relationship.
At a certain point in time,
or
we
whether
gotta ask how you negotiate now. We got to ask how you negotiate. Can you get this done, my brother? Can you get this done?
I don't know. I don't know if the Nets knew Atlanta was going to make that kind of move, or New Orleans was going to make that kind of move.
Right.
That's where that came in. that just came out of the blue.
That did come out the blue.
That came out of the blue.
If anything, some people say New Orleans probably gambled a little bit too much for that. But,
Right. They gambled. They did their thing. I mean,
Man,
but that's your guy. That's your guy.
Everybody talking about what we did, what we didn't do. That was dumb.
right.
Like, real talk. Like,
And also, I really, when you look at Igor Demond all year, he is an exceptional talent.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe Sean said, you know what, fuck it, I like him.
I don't think it's Igor.
They met with him 3 times, so I mean, we could have saw through the tea leaves.
Yeah, he like him. He like him. He like what he said. He like his game. He see he can be up coached. Jordy said I can coach him because I can see his skill set. So,
And you're talking about you're still taking the best passer in the draft.
right. So
I wasn't big on Igor. We know that. I said I didn't want to take him at 8.
right. You did say
But-
that.
I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, you know,
I don't think it's
Jeremiah
Igor. It's
ain't
the
there.
problem, though.
I think
Jeremiah
about
wasn't
was the
there.
point
Right.
guard.
Right. Exactly.
I
He
think the
wasn't there.
problem is when like you start getting down to like Drake Powell and Ben Saraf. Now you start scratching your head like,
Well, Drake Powell is one of those coachable people that's coachable, I
You're
think.
talking about a 6'6", close to 6'7" guard, so I can see what the
That can
why
play
he like-
defense. His specialty is defense and shooting. He's a if you're talking about somebody that can shoot a 3, he can. So
my thing is though, you don't draft no other center. So I'm hearing Rasheed Fleming. I'm hearing Ryan Cobb.
I think centers are like unicorns. We all want them to be great, but none of them be great. Something always be
and
wrong.
I like Nick Claxton. I'm sorry.
I do too. I don't think him playing center is not his position.
Regardless, I think
but-
based off he does what he's asked to do, just
Yeah.
like every other player. I mean, it is what it is. Do you want him to? He wants to be able to do more because he said it.
Yeah. Well, he played well with Dennis Schroeder.
And he played well before we. I don't know.
You need a guard with him.
That's a tricky situation right there. I think that is real tricky because I do hear you that he should do more, but then like Dennis Schroeder was there and he was doing a lot for you and made your job easier. And
Yeah.
when the few times I saw when you had to do something for yourself, it looked crazy, yo. Sometimes it looked real crazy. So now I have to put into account like, okay, maybe I need to get somebody to really set him up because if I leave him to his own devices, he gonna
But
start doing
that's
some
most
crazy
big
shit.
though. Every big isn't Jokic. I think we get a freaking unrealistic.
Everybody can't be with Jokic, right? I just
Even
find
a
it.
guy like Sengun, he not great like that.
Yeah,
But
that's
he's good
true.
though. He's really good though.
He's good.
Yeah, but
He could take the ball from 3-point line right to the
talking
bucket.
about Reese overrated. He's overrated. Everybody talk about Sengun like he's the end all be all man. Sabonis, I mean, these guys, most of these guys are freaking European. Where is the American guy with the game like that? We don't see many.
Sure enough, don't.
Unless you
Ayton.
want to say Embiid, but he can't stay on the
Nah,
court.
he can't move. He can't move. He don't count. He not no. Ayton.
Yeah, but Ayton has issues. Ayton missed games because he was snowed in. That was his excuse.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not one to say that you don't have problems going to work, but
But just in terms of the game, though, he got character issues for sure. But in
I
terms of
mean,
his game, though,
you is getting paid millions of dollars. I mean,
It was getting paid all that money to play basketball, man.
get you a fucking Jeep, nigga. What's your problem?
yo, the man said he didn't buy a bed. Yo, he needed a bed. He didn't buy a bed. A millionaire tell you, yo, I need a bed. I couldn't find a bed. Yo, okay.
Yeah, he said he literally said he couldn't get. He called him and told him I can't get to the game.
Now to give him some grace. I heard some people
I know.
from Portland said when that black ice really hit, it's really dangerous. But
I understand that.
But you're
I
a millionaire,
understand.
man. You need to know how to do certain things.
You mean nobody sat there and told you, yo, man, get up 5 hours earlier just in case?
Yeah, like you don't need somebody.
You know what I'm saying? He said, yo, man, go home and get some rest, man, because
goddamn,
the weather gets stupid.
Man.
That means that you're not communicating with your players. You don't have communication.
Oh yeah, your mind is not fully locked into what we're doing right here, bro,
Right?
because all
Exactly.
these other motherfuckers got to the
It ain't
game,
the
but you the
ice
only
or
one that
you
can't
late.
get there.
It ain't the ice or you late. It's that you didn't communicate that, and you don't have that lifeline.
No, you don't want to play.
You don't want to play.
So you
Your mind is somewhere else.
because you don't want to play. You know what? We got clinging. You
Right.
don't want to play.
Right.
Clinging is better than him. I don't care what nobody say.
And that's why he got bought out. We don't need you no more. You got a good center right here. He's doing really good for us, yo.
See, that's why I said that center position is something else, man.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's a hard position to fill. I'm telling you.
But if you look at all the good teams in the league, they have a good guard center combo. It's viable.
Yeah. The ones that go to the finals. The ones that go to the finals, they do. So it is what it is. I'm gonna cut it down. I'm gonna break out. All right, y'all. Thank you for being here.
Take it easy. No problem.
Take it easy. Like and subscribe.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy Scott Lewis. Thank you, Easy, Big Priest.
No problem.
Later. Peace.
All right, yeah.